Shalom, it's me, that is I am. And today, I'm coming to you with a wonderful Real Talk podcast. It was actually a question that was asked to me from one of my viewers. So, I'm responding to you. And today, that topic is secrets to strengthening your faith daily. All right, family. Be mindful that you are a vessel used for Yahweh's glory. You are a warrior. You are a keeper of Yah's covenant. Strengthening your faith daily. It begins with obedience and remembrance. Y4T, count me in. All right, family. I encourage you to read Psalms 3 weekly. And when you read it, family, you will not just be speaking the words out loud. You will technically be aligning yourself with what Yahweh already established within his Torah throughout the wisdom that he left on record for you and me to follow. You are declaring his truth out loud in the midst of pressure, opposition, and uncertainty. So, let's go ahead and get a jump start on today's reading. Psalms 3 with me, that is Zion, from the creator of all living things and the undoer of unjust things to help you in your life. Grab your Tanakh, your holy scriptures, and let's turn to Psalms chapter 3. And it states, "O Yahweh, my foes are many. Many are those who attack me. Many say of me, there is no deliverance for him through Yah. Selah. But you, O Yahweh, are a shield about me. My glory, he who holds my head high. I cry aloud to Yah, and he answers me from his holy mountain. Selah. I lie down and sleep and wake again, for the Adonai sustains me. I have no fear of many forces assembled against me on every side. Rise, O Yahweh, deliver me, O my Yah, for you slap all my enemies in the face. You break the teeth of the wicked. Deliverance is Yahweh's. Your blessing is upon your people. Selah." Family, don't you hear how King David felt in that moment? The vulnerability felt from King David. The deliverance needed from the Most High Yah unto King David. The weight of betrayal upon King David. And the fear when he ran from his own seed. Yet, David did not lean on his own position, on his strength, or his strategy. He leaned fully on Yahweh. Okay? The living Elohim, who is his shield, who sustains him, whom he has a relationship with. And that too is the same relationship that me and you should be striving for in oneness with the Creator, Yah, the Most High, Yah. How many times have you seen yourself going through life, just as King David, possibly having to run from your own seed as well? Okay? Many times you had your back against the wall. Many times you have been oppressed. Many times you have struggling, doubt, fears within your mind, and you don't know how you're going to survive the turmoil that you're going through. You can't see the outcome of the darkness that you're currently in because you can't see the light, even though you're trying to be the light to everybody else. Okay? Moments of disregard for your own situations to help somebody else, but nobody understanding that you're being broken down inside. Moments of wanting to do more that you can do currently, but you don't have the resources to do it. Moments where you're walking around stepping on your own foot just to let somebody cross by in safety. Okay? Moments of defeat. Okay? Moments of sorrow. Moments of grievance. Moments of not knowing where your next meal is going to come from. Moments of, am I going to be sitting in the dark for these next few weeks until I get paycheck? Moments of bill collectors constantly calling me, calling my phone, not being able to turn around to people whom I helped in the past, can't even get them to help me. Moments of battling with your own pride. Huh? But yet, you look around for help from those whom you can see, where you honestly need to be looking for help from the one whom you cannot see, but you can very much feel his presence, and that's from Yahweh. Yah is already there. He's already your shield. He's already your God. He's already your charge whenever you're running low. He's already there in the midst of your storms. Why? Because he orchestrated your storm, truth be told. Okay? Your storms are mapped out for very much your deliverance, depending on what side of the road you're willing to walk. Are you willing to walk on the side of the road where you're sustaining and you're trusting fully and only in the Most High Yah? Or are you willing to walk on the side of the road with the masses where you're leaning on vain things such as a median, a middleman, a JC? Okay? That so-called died for the same sins that you committed, which ultimately are still the same sins that you will be paid for. Okay? Now, with reading Psalms 3, we have to ask ourselves, with Absalom coming after David, is this because of sins that King David did, following behind his own thoughts, his own weaknesses, his own lustful desires, when, as we should know by now, David slept with a married woman, and he put her, cover her ish, on the front line to be murdered. Okay? So that he could be with the married woman. Would now this be something where Yah is allowing him to have payback? because he chose the other path to go with the masses, and not just people, but the masses as in his own desires that were very much wicked? Or could this be something that Absalom chose to do because he too was going after his own desires and wanting the throne? No one knows but Yah. However, we can definitely take this as something to learn from. And what we ultimately should be learning from this is that you come to Yah with all your baggage. You come to Yah with the luggage. You come to Yah with the failure. You come to Yah with the uncertainty. You come to Yah with the confusion. You come to Yah whenever you cannot turn to no one else, because you should not have your trust in princes. The same trust that you put in princes one day may be the same trust that they use against you for your demise, for your downfall. Okay? Now, whenever you go through Psalms 3 on your weekly journey within the Torah, also read, as you should know by now, Deuteronomy, the Torah, chapter 6, verse 4 through 5, as well as the wisdom, okay? And it states, so please turn your holy scriptures there tonight. All right? Deuteronomy 6, 4 through 5. Hear, O Israel, Yahweh is our Elohim, Yahweh, God. You shall love Yahweh, your Elohim, with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your might. This type of love, family, is not abstract. This type of love is not the type of love that you can get from your family. This is not the type of love that you can get from your parents. This is not the type of temporary love that you can get from your friends or associates. Okay? This love is expressed through daily devotion, repetition, and trust. Okay? Psalms 3, as well as our Deuteronomy, teaches us how faith is strengthened. When enemies increase, Yah is there. When voices rise against you, Yah is there. When there is no visible rescue from those people whom are around you, Yah is there. David shows us that rest is possible even in danger, because Yahweh alone is your shield. When you declare this Psalms 3, you are not creating truth. You are agreeing with truth. You are declaring that you are staying on this truth journey, not temporarily, not emotionally, but until trust in Yahweh becomes a constant and necessary as the air that you breathe today. This is how faith is strengthened daily, through hearing, through speaking, through loving Yahweh with all your heart, your soul, and your might, through choosing only Yahweh again and again and again, the same way Yah chose you as his people. Oh, Israel, again and again and again, every time that you turned from him, every time that you chose to serve other gods. Every time that you made the heavens and the stars and the moons your gods, the host of heaven, your gods. Every time that you turned to tarot cards, every time that you chose sorcery, every time that you chose to dabble in all types of things from wood, stone, crystals, anything that you thought was giving you peace. Every time that you chose to turn to those things, Yahweh told you, oh nation of Israel, oh nation not desired, oh nation that I will come to your deliverance. All you have to do is come to me in submittance. Not just once, not just twice, but forever in submittance. With a broken spirit, a broken heart. And he will in turn take you in when all has forsaken you. Because he is your true father, your Abba. God, he knows you better than you know yourself. God, he knows your enemies better than they know themselves. And when you have a Elohim who knows your enemies better than they know themselves, that is an Elohim whom you team up with for life. God, you team up with him for life because, baby, let me tell you, when y'all know your enemies better than they know themselves, do you not understand? Yah has them on their knees at all times. Even though you may see them walking about you, they're always on their knees. And his sword is always drawn, right? His sword will never, ever, ever rest of quenching its thirst of their blood for your protection. So why would you want to be on the other end of that sword being devoured by the only who can save you? Why? You shouldn't want to be there. You shouldn't want to be there. That's the purpose of you declaring Psalms 3. Okay? Showing Yah that you are very much in alignment with him. You are very much in alignment with his Torah. Deuteronomy chapter 6, 4-5. God, so when people want to walk away from you, shoot, bye, let them. God, because why? You're not there to entertain them. You're not there to piggyback and lock arms with the masses. You're not there to be a friend or best friend. You're not there to uphold a 20-year relationship where it's only beneficial whenever both of you was going down the path of wickedness. You're not there to sustain a contract with anyone who is not willing to sustain their covenant with the Most High Yah. You're not there for that. No. You're there to be strengthened by the Creator. And you could only be strengthened by the Creator when you decide to read your Torah. Okay? When you decide to let the words of the Most High Yah conform you. Okay? When you decide to allow yourself to submit to the Creator. God, when you submit to the Creator, do you not understand that is a form and a starting point of him strengthening you? Do you not understand that even though you are weak, when you come to him, he's already positioning you to build you up for his glory. God, and when he builds you up for his glory, do you not realize it's for your pureness, your oneness with him, and can't nobody take it from you. Can't nobody tamper with it unless you decide to walk away from his covenant. Okay? When you decide to walk away from his covenant, best believe you ain't got no other Elohim to serve. You don't. Because he is the only one. He's the only one. So, when you intake his truth, and you would take his wisdom, and you would take his Torah, his instructions for what they truly are, and you decide to break away, because you are the only one that's leaving. Just so you know that, because Yah never said he was forsaking us. You are deciding to forsake him because you are willing to show your disobedience towards what he is saying inside this Torah. This Torah is your very much life. The Torah is perfect. Okay? When you know that the Torah is perfect, you know that you are being sustained in righteousness. The only time that you choose to stop being sustained in righteousness is because you don't want to do what he wants you to do, because it's going to cause you to lose.
Shalom, it's me, that is Zion, and I'm here to let you know that we have everything that you need in Y4T, the Royal Apparel's clothing store, but not just clothes. We have mugs, cups, onesies for the Yahweh dim, as well as hats, fitted hats. All right, family. So definitely check in with Y4T, the Royal Family Apparel, only on Teesprings. Be kind. Check the description box for the link, or just use the QR code on the screen. Shalom, Berkah.
People. It's going to cause you to have to break away from them familiar spirits. It's going to cause you to have to break away from those familiar habits. It's going to cause you to stop being in the club. It's going to cause you to stop going out here on Friday nights wanting to hook up with any and everybody, not showing no daggone morals and ethics within your own self, because why? You have a decree to live up to, and that decree is for you to be sustained and to be submitted to Yahweh. That's what it's for, okay? But you cannot change or transition if you're willing to still be amongst people whom you shouldn't be amongst whatsoever. If you're still willing to be in positions around people whom you know don't serve Yah the way they should, just for some change, okay? That ain't the type of people whom you should be around, right? So how can you strengthen your life? How can you strengthen your faith if you're not choosing your faith over the wicked? You can't do it. You can't do it. No. Yahweh is not a Elohim to be played with. And so many of half Israelites are playing with the Creator. So many of you who already have chose other things outside of Yah are playing with the Creator, to include the sojourners too, because remember, it's one law for the homeborn and the sojourner. Okay? It's one law. Now I'm getting fired up on here. I'm about to get off of here because, whoo, baby, this is a requested video. So I'm trying to keep it. You know what I'm saying? But when I get fired up and I let Yah move through me, I let Yah use me, I'm going to use this mouth and tell you, okay? I'm going to use this mouth and tell you in all righteousness. All right? Because Yah had to work on me. Because y'all know my mouth was bad, baby. My mouth was bad. I was and y'all know? Y'all seen them videos. But I had to let Yah use me. I had to let Yah pour not just his zeal in me, but pour his fluid on the fire that I already had in me for him. and let it burn and let it consume me so I could come out of it refined. Better than silver. Better than gold. Kind? People like to say it's good to have a good name, better than silver, better than gold. But, people, that good name is for Yah. That good name is not for an Israelite whom you walk by. That good name is not for a sojourner who you pass by. To be like, oh, that was a good sister. Oh, that was a good brother. They did this, the third in the community. No. Validation is always a moving target, okay? As soon as you are not showing the attributes or you begin to change your position within the truth community and you start rubbing elbows with people whom some people don't like, or you start bruising some scars, or you start opening the bandage off of some wounds that people already healed through their preconceived safe space, you begin to be the one they want to push away from. You know that, right? They push away from you because you are coming with accountability. They push away from you because you're coming with Torah. They push away from you because they know that the stuff they was doing while they were in your company when you was doing them too, they can't get away from that no more because you're going to be on their neck. They push away from you because your obedience to the Torah points out their disobedience to Yah. If they can't be obedient to the Most High Yah, what makes you think they want to lock arms and stay around you? They don't. They never will. Okay? Your strengthening your faith and your daily walk is about you doing just that. But you got to do it with Yah. You can't strengthen your faith if you wanting to do it with Hashatan and all the agents that Hashatan sit around you to suck your faith dry. You can't do it like that. You can only do it one way. Yah said that he is the only Elohim. Yah said that he stands alone. So if he stands alone, then you can't attach yourself to Tom, Dick, Harry, and Joe. You can't attach yourself to Sue, Ann, Mary, and Tasha. Yah stands alone. When he stands alone, his Torah is already sealed. It's already complete. You can't bring no outsider, no negative influence, no familiar spirits, no wicked indoctrinations, no oral teachers to the Torah. You can't do it. Because why? The Torah stands alone. The Torah is its own shield. Its shield is there to cover you. So stop walking away from the protection of the Most High Yah. Strengthen your faith daily by submitting yourself to the Creator. That's how you do it. Adhere to Deuteronomy 6, chapter 4 through 5. Hear, O Israel, Yahweh is one. Yahweh is Akkad. Yahweh is Eloheinu. Yahweh is Eloheka. Love him with all your heart. 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 Your heart is your mind. Control your mind. Because if you don't control your mind, guess what? You're going to be like every other half behind, backwards Israelite out here. Looking for everything outside of the Torah. To sustain them, to give them purpose, to give them truth, to give them life. When Yah said he gives you the breath through your nostril to breathe. It ain't that hard, people. Stop making it harder than what it needs to be. Now, before I go, I will leave you with this. This is definitely not an overnight transition. What it is an immediate spiritual impact of request from Yahweh to come into your life for guidance. Okay? The things that are very much out of your control are always in his control. Okay? In order to see him transition your life, you have to want to get up Get inside your Torah. Read past your Torah throughout your Tanakh and find Yah for yourself. He said if you seek his face, you will find it. Okay? You can't seek his face by looking behind everybody else. You can't seek his face by coat-telling leaders. You can't seek his face by not opening up your Torah but on Shabbat. And then when the congregation is done singing and clapping, you go home and put it on the daggone nightstand. You cannot seek Yah's face like that. Please know that. Okay? It's going to take a little bit more action than what you used to. Okay? Religion tells you that works without, faith without works is dead. But yet religion don't want to do the work, but they claim they got the faith, which is once again oral teachings. They want you to progress it from your mouth. Okay? Your words going to Yah's ears. You said it, so Yah's going to hear it and Yah's going to act on it. No, he's not. No, he's not. The Torah is about what Yah told you to do. You the one that got to put what he said in action. Okay? Okay. All right now. I'm about to go ahead and go. But I pray y'all got that message. It got a little hot up in here. It got a little yally. All right. Catch that message, okay? Take that message. Run with that message. Improve your life. Improve your spiritual walk. Improve your journey with the Most High Yah. And stop playing with my Elohim. Shalom, Barakah.